I'm in the studio. I haven't been in the studio for a really long time, but I have got some machine demonstration videos for you all. I have obviously filmed them in a commercial gym where I really don't want to mic up in the gym. It's not that I'm like embarrassed to mic up in the gym. I don't know. I don't think that's what the gym is for. And while I understand it's very popular right now, the whole mic'd up workouts, I already have a fancy ass camera that I bring in there every so often to film myself. I think it's kind of next level to be sitting in a machine and talking to myself. Maybe I'm just turning into a boomer. So anyways, I'm gonna do a bit of a voiceover here for you all for some of these machine exercises because obviously I don't have these machines available at home, but some demonstrations and some explanations for specific movement patterns I think is obviously gonna be very helpful. So our first one is gonna be the dumbbell shoulder press machine. As you can see here, I'm just adjusting the seat where the biggest focus is you just want to ensure that your feet can be fully planted. I typically will have like my hip joints a little bit higher than my knee joints. Some people will have their hip joints below their knee joints. I find that I can get more stability this way. With the ergonomics of this machine, obviously it's very similar to what I previously have explained for the dumbbell shoulder press, right? You can see here that without me even having to try, well, I guess it depends on where your hand placement is on this machine, but I have my hands closer to the end of the handles, which allows me to have my elbows tucked ever so slightly. So we're trying to focus, right, again, on having a 45-degree angle with our elbows being tucked versus having our elbows flared at a 90-degree angle. I have explained the reasoning for this in my dumbbell shoulder press video, so make sure you go back and check that one out if you haven't already. The biggest thing with this is we want to maintain a 5-point contact, which remember is our head, our shoulders, our butt, and both of our feet. You can have a slight arch in your back, but you don't want your shoulder blades or your glutes to come off of the bench as an attempt to push the weight. And obviously, as you can see here from the demonstration, I'm overemphasizing what typically happens, a common mistake that people make. I'm not gonna lie, I am not the greatest at trying to demonstrate errors and mistakes people make when they're lifting weights. I really struggle with this, but hopefully the overemphasized form and technique and the errors that I'm making kind of puts into perspective what you want to try to avoid. So it's a pretty straightforward exercise. To initiate the movement, you're gonna focus on breathing out, and then you're gonna extend your arms up over your head while maintaining that 5-point contact. Then you're gonna bring the weight back down nice and slowly to the starting position, and while you're doing that, that's when you're gonna breathe in. So breathing in on the way down and breathing out when you're trying to push the weight overhead. And that is the machine shoulder press.